everyone, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. I've got another video in the minimalism series today. If you haven't stumbled across this series before, I have a whole playlist on minimalism videos to do with lifestyle and decluttering, so feel free to check them out. I'll link them in the description box for you. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a couple of ways to curb your impulse shopping habits. I know this can be tricky to do. I used to be someone myself personally who would buy lots and lots of stuff, especially when I was younger, when I was like 16 to 18, 19, I loved just buying things. I don't know why, but I always blew all my money on just stuff like clothes and shoes and whatever, basically. So regardless of whether you're trying to curb your impulse shopping to save some money, or maybe it's just to stop your house from filling with clutter, these tips will be useful for you. If you do enjoy the video, it would help me out a lot, and I would appreciate it so much if you take a second of your time just to give the video a little thumbs up for me. So let's get started.
My first tip, which I feel like I mention all of the time, is to create a list. This will help you keep on track, and it means that if there's something that you want to get, you can pop it on the list, and I like to keep my list for around 30 days before I get things, unless it's super important. For example, a washing machine for my new place. That's why it's at the very top of my list. Next, unless it's something that you actually really need and have wanted or needed for quite a while, don't get sucked into sales. So often we can be sitting on the computer and then we get an email or something for a sale, and we just start justifying to ourselves that we need this item even though we really don't, and we'd never particularly thought about it beforehand. Plan your purchases. For me, because I'm more of an online shopper, what I like to do is have a bookmark folder in my computer called Wishlist. Well, on one of my computers it's wishlist, on the other one it's buy, but anyway, I like to plan the purchases that I think I would like in there. I even go through and check my fridge and see what I've got before I go and do grocery shopping, and I write out my list for that sort of thing as well, just to make sure I'm not doubling up or I'm not getting things I don't need. Get rid of the credit card. I'm not a fan of credit cards unless it is like a dire emergency sort of situation. Don't go spending money that's actually not yours, because then you have to pay it back with interest. Plus, when the money is not really yours, it's very tempting just to go and spend it. Shop intentionally, and with this I mean have a goal in mind. For me, I like to explore a little bit and I want to be able to travel, hence the travel clips here. But for me, that's what I would rather be spending my money on, rather than just little things that add up and that I don't eventually want. So just plan where you want your money to actually go. Shop with a calculator. This is a super simple tip, but trust me, it works if you're doing your groceries or if you're shopping in a real store. Use a calculator as you go around.
And my final tip is about changing your mindset. So it's really about recognizing what headspace you're in when you're spending all that money or you're buying all that stuff that you don't need, and realizing how you can stop it. So maybe you're someone who gets in a really down mood, and so you just whip out your laptop or your computer and you go on a bunch of like online clothing stores and just buy a heap of stuff. Or maybe you're hanging out with other people who really encourage you to spend all that money when you don't really want to, or you're not really able to be spending it. So really just recognize where you are, if you're with anyone, like what thoughts are running through your head and what mood you're in, and figure out how you can adjust it from there. Catching yourself and actually stopping yourself is probably going to be one of the biggest things, and it is a habit that does take a bit of time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. I do upload new videos every week. I'll catch all of you guys in my next upload, and I hope you're all doing really well. Bye!